What's up guys? Today we're going to be flying some FPV drone at this construction site. This construction site has a lot going on. We see some workers on the roof. They've got a crane, they've got some tractors driving around, so we're going to fly around and try to capture all of that. Today I'm going to be flying with the DJI Avata, which is a smaller FPV drone that's very controllable. It's a really small drone that's easy to pilot, easy to get in small spaces, and it's going to be the drone of choice for today. All right, so let's get the drone out. We've got it in our case here. Controller. All right, so we got our drone ready to go. I'm gonna hop inside the truck. That way I'm out of sight. Protected from any cars, anything like that, and a little bit more discreet. Sometimes people freak out when they see drones and stuff around, so we're just gonna fly under the radar, literally. All right, so our drone is on. We've got our goggles on, controllers on. Everything is connected and looking good. Let's go ahead and fire these motors up and lift her up. Nice thing about this drone is it automatically starts recording once you launch. That way you don't forget and then do an entire flight and then don't have any footage from it. Sweet. So between these two palm trees, looks super sick. Coming into this crane, looks like they're setting some poles in place. Super cool. We'll just kind of do a slow little orbit around, try to capture that. I like to get as close as I can to get a good shot, but also don't want to distract any of the workers. So keep my distance a little bit. Safety is always number one. You don't want to cause any problems or accidents. Yeah, so that's a really cool shot right there. Yep, client's gonna love that. I try to add a little bit of variety just by orbiting down, descending, ascending, you know, just kind of make the shot a little more interesting. So that's really cool. I might try later to fly under that little structure there, but I think for now we'll just start off slow. Got this worker up here doing something. We can kind of zoom around and see what he's doing. I like to keep him in the center as I orbit around. Looks like he's working on rebar. Probably gonna notice me here in a second or two. Yep. No, maybe. Or he saw me and just doesn't care. That happens too. A lot of work going on up here. Looks like it's a parking structure with this ramp. Pretty cool. Just a nice, long, steady shot. Watch out for any obstacles. That's what I love about these goggles, is you can really see a lot of detail when you're flying. Whereas if you're just looking at your iPhone that's plugged into the controller, you might not see all the rebar and the wires and things like that. So I really like the goggles. This guy's a stud, carrying a piece of wood on his head. Tilt down just a little. Maybe we'll follow him around. Hey, look, man, there's a drone. Oh yeah, cool, man. That's cool. See it? Yeah, that's cool. I'm on TV, Mom. Ooh, putting in some pillars. Pretty cool. It's always fascinating to see these guys and what they do. Now this drone does not have any sideways sensors, so when you're flying like this you want to get a look around at your area before you fly too crazy. And these guys are liking what they're seeing, so we'll just give them a little show right here. Yep, he liked that. Sweet. What's up, fellas? Okay, I'm getting a low battery, so we are gonna cruise on back, but most of the time these guys are stoked to see a drone. They think it's cool. I don't think I've ever had anyone get upset and tell me to go away or anything like that. Most of the time they think it's cool, and they just smile and wave and think it's cool to be on camera. All right, so our battery is getting pretty low, so we are gonna land it right over here and switch out to another one. Sweet, and that was a pretty good first flight. We got a lot of great shots that are gonna be cool to put together with some music. We probably have enough footage to make a couple 15-second reels, maybe a 30-second or a minute if we put everything together. But I am gonna do another flight just because I have another battery and get more footage for this project. And yeah, we'll see what we get. All right, we got our second battery. All of our settings are the same. It is good to go. So we're gonna put it in launch and launch her up. Perfect. Let's just take a look around. Got a little close to the tree. The good thing about this drone though is it's got those guards around the propellers, which keeps it pretty safe from little tree branches and things if you accidentally have something like that happen, but you still want to be pretty careful. Looks like these guys have moved away a little bit, so we're gonna try and run through these little structures right here. So I just like to get lined up. We make sure that we're recording, we're nice and straight, and I use my target in my goggles just to go nice and straight. It's looking good. We just cruise right on through. Super fun perspective. Yep, awesome. Super cool. Got some stuff going on around here. He's dropping. Just get a nice little orbit just to capture what's going on here. Very cool. If we want, we can just go under just like this. Another tractor coming in here. We can loop around and follow him, see where he's going. This is really good practice too, just to track a vehicle, get as low and as close as you can safely, and it's a really fun perspective. We'll just loop around the back here. Nice. Yeah, just moving equipment around. Yeah, this guy's moving out. Ooh, we got a UTV here. Nice. The head honchos. What's up, fellas? Well. Alright, where are you going? Where are you going? I think I'm gonna have to go into sport mode and catch up with this guy. Now, it would be super sick to go in here and get some shots, but I'm not gonna do that because the chances of losing signal are very high and it's super dark, so probably won't be able to see much anyways, but so we'll just stick on the outside. Even on the back side of this building, I'm getting a lot of interference with the signal, so you do got to be careful about that. I like to go nice and slowly when I'm going on the other side of a building or putting an object between myself and the drone that could block the signal, just because if you lose your signal, that could be a problem. The drone does go into auto return to home, which is good, but there is still a chance that you could crash into something. All right, so I think we're gonna have some fun now. I'm gonna go ahead and stop my clip. It's at 4 minutes, which is way too long. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it into manual now. And that'll just give me a little bit more freedom to do some stuff, just flying around. Can go a little bit faster and be a little more agile, and it also gives you a little bit more of that roller coaster feel, which is really fun. You can also fly up high and do some dives if you want. But yeah, this is a super cool little project. There's a lot going on, a lot of obstacles to fly around. We're just making sure that we're being safe and respecting the workers and their equipment. And yeah, we'll capture some really cool footage for them. Whenever I'm doing my slower, steady shots like this, I like to be in normal mode just because it kind of hovers by itself. When you're in manual mode like this, you kind of get like that floating feeling, so it really takes a lot more control to get your shot steady. It's not too bad with some practice, but if you're looking for rock solid, steady footage, I would recommend being in normal for this. And why not fly through this one more time? Just to prove to ourselves that we can do it in manual mode. Very cool. I'm getting low battery, so we're gonna bring it on back. I don't really land it in manual mode too often just because it is a little wobbly and I don't want to damage anything. So I typically get close and then do the emergency brake, which puts it into normal, and then I land it from there. Now this lady's getting curious. She's looking around. Who's the driver? That's me, so we're gonna say hello. So that lady thought it was awesome. She was like, wow, that's so cool. What kind of stuff are you shooting? What do you see? I see these video clips on the internet of the houses from the sky. Is that how they do it? And yeah, exactly. So most people think that it's pretty cool. They usually don't have a problem with you if you're nice, friendly, respectable. If you're flying around getting in people's face, making them feel unsafe, then you'll run into problems. But for the most part, if you're just cool about it and respectable, no one cares about it. Yeah, and so when I'm flying around, I just try to have fun with it. I try to look for creative things to focus on, where the activity is, where machines are operating, where a bunch of people are working. Try to zoom in and get close enough to see what they're doing. That way the viewer kind of has a bird's eye view of what's going on. And this is really cool because most people don't get to see this, and they only see the project when it's done. They don't really get to see all the work that goes into it. So it's really cool to get a look at that before the project is even done. And the client loves this type of footage as well. It's super engaging. But that's it. Thanks for joining me on my flight. I will have more flights coming up in the future. If you guys have any questions about the drone, settings, editing, anything like that, just leave me a question in the comment and I'll try to answer those. And if you're interested in any of the gear that I use, you can find the links in the description below. Thanks for watching. See you next time.